Good evening, everybody. I'd like you all to remove yourself from what you may know, everything you may know, and use your imagination for just a little bit here. Imagine you're sleeping on a hard mattress in a grungy motel room in a bad part of town, because that's the only place you can afford to live and you will be approved to live. You're lying there, shaking, sweating, nauseous, clammy, and to top it all off, you can't sleep to make it better, so you just have to sit there and suffer. Life can't get any worse until the DEA kicks in your door and decides that you need to go to prison for your narcotic abuse and possession. And then you get to wear one of these pretty outfits here. .3%, nearly half of all federal inmates are incarcerated for drug offenses. And in 2015, 1.4 million arrests. Of the 1.4 million arrests for drug violations, 84% of them were for possession, as opposed to 16% for the sale or manufacturing. This evening, I will be speaking to you all about the war on drugs and why it's immoral and should be ended post-haste. The three main points I will be talking about are the benefits to addicts, the benefits to the community, and the consequences of inaction. .65% of inmates suffer from a drug addiction, yet only 11% of them actually receive any sort of treatment while they're incarcerated. Not only that, but studies show that 95% of drug addicts that go to prison for drug offenses wind up going back to drug abuse once they're released from incarceration. Furthermore, all these resources that are used for the punishment could be much more effectively utilized for treatment of this disease. Now that we've spoken about the benefits of ending the drug war would have on an addict, I'd like to discuss the benefits to the community. As you can see by this graph, the prison population escalated quickly after the enactment of Nixon's war on drugs and spiked astronomically here after Clinton's Sentencing Reform Act. Now, according to a study done by Newswise, if 40% of eligible offenders were treated instead of punished, it would save the American taxpayers $12.9 billion. That's for 40%. Also, as opposed to punishment, effective treatment could actually help offenders assimilate into being productive members of society as opposed to convicts. And I'd like to finish off this evening by speaking about the consequences of inaction on the war on drugs. As you can see here, since 2007, the war on drugs in Mexico has killed more people than in Afghanistan and Iraq combined. Many of those murders and the cartels rule with a ruthless iron fist, and they will continue to do so as long as it is illegal and provides the money that they can continue to thrive on. Also, addicts will continue to resort to a life of crime, either to fund their habit or because they can't find gainful employment to otherwise live. Not only that, incarceration rates, as they have for the last 45 years, will continue to spike higher and higher and higher. The U.S. already has the most incarcerated population in the history of the world, and more people incarcerated than the next 26 leading countries combined. Now that you have this information, will you stand by and idly accept the continued war on drugs that has cost so many people to have ruined lives, fatherless children, families torn apart? Or will you attend the march this Thursday to end the war on drugs? Or, if you don't want to go march, at least maybe write a congressperson and tell them that you demand that the war on drugs be ceased, is a heinous and egregious assault on human rights. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a fantastic night.